Hi Geminis, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in here. Geminis, I have some messages for you. Geminis, there's a need for you to go outside more. There's a need for you to be around plants in particular. There's a need for you to really step into I'm being pulled to this book here. It's called The Warrior of the Light. I'm not sure if maybe some of you guys have this, or if some of you might have thought about getting it. This book is fantastic. I actually use it as daily mantras, so I'm actually being pulled to tell you guys about this book, Gemini. It might actually do you guys some good. Gemini, right off the bat, I'm feeling the presence of a Pisces energy. My goodness, too many cards are falling out right now. Okay, so right off the bat, Gemini, we have calling in your soulmate and let go of control issues. So I feel like there's a lesson that needs to be learned for you guys, Gemini, is that I feel like the lesson that you guys are in right now is how to detach from what is and to let the universe guide. Because, you know, as human beings, we all have a tendency to want to control things, to want to know what the outcome is, to want to hold on tight to things that we love and people that we love. But I feel like there's a big lesson that's going around for you guys right now, and it really has to do with allowing things to come and go, allowing space for things, enjoying the moment with the people that you have now, because you're understanding that, you know, time is only this big, you know, and I'm not sure, that's a very symbolic way of putting it. I'm sure that some of you guys will understand that. For you guys, Gemini, I feel like you guys are realizing maybe some behaviors that have kept you stuck. You're realizing like your own patterns within things. You're realizing like, oh, like I've done this every single time, and every single time I do this, this is what happens. Or I've held on to this for so long and I haven't gotten anything positive out of it. Like there's some type of recognition of a cycle that you've been in that you're now realizing needs to change. And I do see you guys stepping into a place of, it's like you guys are visualizing what is to come. Like, I'm sorry that this is such a broken message right now, but it's like it's very symbolic here of what I'm reading off of this, because I feel like some of you guys might have gotten out of a situation that you've been in for a very long time, and you're learning to let that go to allow new to come in. And even though it was very hard and very heartbreaking, and a lot of, you know, those heavy energies that we work through, even though you were experiencing that, you're realizing like, okay, I need to pick myself up because there's more ahead for me. There's more coming to me. There's more out there for me. So you're letting go of that need to hang on, and you're learning to let go. And I think that that's beautiful. So with calling in your soulmate, it says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And what I really feel off of that card is that you're trying to bring in not only the person who's meant for you, but the person who's going to help you as a friend, who's going to help you as a lover, the right environment. You're bringing, it's like the law of attraction is what I'm feeling. You're learning what the law of attraction is. You're learning how to bring abundance to you and let go of those old standards or expectations that you have, because when you work with the law of attraction, expectations can keep you stuck. So we have let go of control issues as well, allowing this situation to unfold naturally. So it's really taking a step and sitting down and really just taking your seat and allowing the universe to work in your favor, and letting go of those expectations that one might have towards, you know, like this is the car that I want, this is the type of person that I want, and just allowing the universe to gift you Like, oh, this person might not be the person who is your typical type, but they're perfect in all the right ways, or they're perfect in the way that they treat you, or, you know, because there is no such thing as perfect, you know what I mean? Because everybody has their flaws and everybody, you know, is a human being. But you're learning that having expectations of, oh, I want somebody this tall with tattoos, or you know, I want them to have a sports car, a red sports car, I want this BMW. Like, you're learning that labeling those expectations and what you want make it harder for the universe to give you the abundance. Because, you know, when you work with the law of attraction, it's like, okay, you want a new car, but you want a car that's a brand new BMW, it's red, it has all the shiny new toys on it, but the universe wants to give you a car that is, it's kind of hard to explain, because it's like, if you want a BMW, you might be looking at a Volkswagen. You see what I'm saying? Like, you might have a Volkswagen that's right in front of you that somebody's giving you, that's a perfectly good car, that's going to get you from point A to point B. It's not red, it might be blue, but it's a brand new Volkswagen, just not the BMW. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's something like that, where you need to just have that shift in perspective and allow, and to notice those little things like that. Like, to notice, like, I really hope you guys are hanging in there with me, because I know that this is really, like, broken and symbolic in a sense, but it's an important message that some of you need to hear. We do have Worth Waiting For that came out as well, and Release Your Ex. So there is a situation that where divine timing is working in your life, but it's time for you to clear out the energy that no longer serves you. There's been a situation that you could have been dealing with another person, where there wasn't enough chemistry to keep it alive. There wasn't enough synergy to keep you happy in a situation. And I actually feel like there's, like, my throat chakra is actually doing something funny right now, and I actually feel like it bottled you up, and a lot of your emotions were repressed during this time, and it's just time to let go of that X type of energy and to move forward, so that you can call in what is meant for you, using the law of attraction, using what you know now, because you've learned lessons in the past. And you've learned that by holding on to what your expectations are, you've never been fulfilled. So you're learning how to let go of those expectations so that you can be fulfilled to the whole abundance that the universe has to offer you. So I really hope that lands for some of you guys. I know it was a little bit cryptic, and I do apologize, but that's just how it came out for me. So we're going to get started here. Okay, Geminis. What do I see for the Geminis? I'm seeing a magnifying glass right now. Some of you might be looking deeply into something, looking for patterns, looking for different signs and synchronicities, and it's like Inspector Gadget almost, where you're analyzing. So there's something that's being analyzed, but see, the thing is that it doesn't need to be analyzed anymore. And I am trying to talk and not shuffle at the same time, because I know that it's hard to hear over the shuffling, but I am sorry. I'm working to, you know, figure out a new solution to the microphone, because right now I have my phone on, so I am trying to find a solution so that you guys can hear me a little bit better, but I can only work with what I have, right? So you guys, I'm feeling a little bit indifferent here with you guys, Gemini. There's something that, there's some reluctancy of letting go. There's a reluctancy to let go of something, and it has to do with a soulmate union. But see, the thing is that with that soulmate union that's being reluctant to let go, it's time. Like, it's time for you to move forward. And I know that that's very hard to hear, and I hate to deliver that type of message, but it's time for you to put the magnifying glass down, because there's nothing else that you need to figure out. Like, you figured out everything that you need to figure out already. Everything has been presented to you that I just saw 10:10 on the clock. So everything has already been presented to you for you to see what it is that you need to see. So it's time to move forward and let that go. We do have 5 of Wands as the first card out on the board here. So that is telling me that this card sometimes I read is a little bit indifferent. I almost kind of get a 7 of Swords type of energy off of this 5 of Wands. But right now what I'm feeling is actually it's like you figured something out. Something's been awoken to you. Something has been illuminated, and I don't feel like you're taking, so we have the 3 of Swords coming out right after it. So you've been awoken to something, and I feel like it's been somebody who has been playing a little bit of a game with you. You've been focused on something where you haven't even noticed that the person right in front of you has been kind of like stabbing you in the back a little bit. And I know that that's a little bit heavy, but I don't know why, but I feel like there's a positive outcome to this, because it's like you know about it. Like, you have to feel this. You know about it. It's like you know that this person's doing it, but you're waiting. You're waiting for something to show itself to you in order for it to be called out. There's an anticipation as well when it comes to this conflict. Like, there's an anticipation. It's like you're waiting for something to be illuminated. And when this is illuminated, it might cause some conflict, but I feel like it has to do with that control of being like, okay, this is coming now. So we have the 2 of Wands, and then we have the Fool. So there's a reluctancy to make a decision to move forward here, because you're trying to figure something out. There's something that you're waiting for, that you're very on guard about. But it's like there's a new opportunity that's waiting for you. There's transformation that's waiting for you. Yeah, so we have the 10 of Swords that just fell out. So you're at the end of a cycle here. There's a cycle that's been wrapped up for you. And you've been illuminated to something. So it's like you're moving, you know where you have to go. You're moving towards the light. You're moving towards that illumination. But there's something that's restricting you that you don't want to make a decision about. It's something that you're very protective of, and something that you're very guarded against. And it's something that you've built a foundation on. So this could be a relationship with somebody, this could be a friendship, this could be a family member. There's something here where there's also some lack of communication or issues with communication. But whatever it is that you're protective of, it's like you're protective of this person even though they've broken your heart. You're protective of this person even though they stabbed you in the back. You know that you need to move forward because there's something needs to be wrapped up. But you have, it's like you're waiting around. It's like you have the 7 of Swords here, and I felt that energy coming out of here, coming out of the 5 of Wands. The 7 of Swords energy, it's like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something to reveal itself, or you're waiting for this person to just kind of get their act together. But see, by doing that, you're not allowing the situation to unfold naturally, because you have to do what's best for you. And then the 2 cards that actually just came out that fell in my hand are the Page of Cups and the Sun. So it's like you're waiting for this apology that you know might not ever come. And I hate to put it that way, but it's like the thing that's holding you back from this new transitional start is something that you're very protective of. And I feel like you're very justified to be protective of, because it could have been a marriage, you could have kids with somebody, you could have a situation like that where it's very, it's justified as to why you would feel this way. But see, what I'm seeing is that the feminine energy is like waiting for this apology, or they're waiting for this message to come through, but like there's like leaky holes in this message. So like if you're waiting for an apology, it's like if you get an apology, you don't get 100% of the apology. You get like a half apology where it's like, yeah, my bad, stabbed you in the back, but okay, we're moving on, right? Like it's something like that where it's not sincere enough, or you feel that it's not sincere enough, even though you care about this person. But it's like the apologies that you're kind of stuck with, they don't give you anything to look forward to. Like there's something that they're not giving you that's not emotionally fulfilling that sore spot or that heartache. And with the Two of Wands here, it's like you're afraid to make a decision for your own happiness, but like the sun is illuminating something to you, especially being here with the Fool. There's something that you know has to come to an end, and you know that the outcome of it will be positive for you. It might be a little bit fuzzy because of how heavy this energy over here is. It might be a little bit fuzzy, but it's like you see it. You know it's there, but you're not facing it right now. You have your back turned towards it because you're reluctant to make a decision. That's way too many cards. There's a reluctancy to make this decision. And it's almost like you're waiting for the right time to present itself, or you're waiting for the right opportunity, or you're waiting for the right facts to come out, because I'm being pulled back to that magnifying glass. It's like you're waiting for the facts to come out. You're waiting for something to come out. You're waiting for divine timing. But see, the thing is that divine timing is already at work. And what is actually keeping the delay is this heavy energy. And divine timing, I actually feel, coming off of this reading, they're waiting for you. Like divine timing, like the universe is waiting for you to step forward. They're waiting for you to come out of that indecisive energy. They're waiting for you to make a decision. They're waiting for you to turn around and look at what they have right in front of you. Way too many cards here, but I'm gonna take them. So we have the Four of Swords, Santa Muerte, Wheel of Fortune. So whatever decision this is when you go to take this new opportunity, it's going to be heavy. Like this is going to send you into a place of healing. This is going to send you into maybe even a little bit of a not saying that it's going to make you down, but it's like you're going to need to take time for yourself. You're going to need to take time out. You're going to need to take time to relax, because this jump that you're about to make is very intense. Like you're going through a very intense ending of a cycle into the beginning of a new one. And you're going to need to make sure that you have time for yourself, because I'm hearing that you have to make sure that you don't get sick, physically ill during this process, because the stress of it might actually be affecting your heart area, your heart chakra, your heart area, but it's really stressing the fact of taking that time to nurture yourself and making sure that your health is in check. Make sure that you're not overstressing and putting too much stress on the heart is what I'm hearing. There's stress on the heart, and you have to really watch that when it comes to making this decision. Yeah, there's something that you're holding on to. We have the Four of Pentacles here with the Knight of Pentacles. You're slowly starting to let something go, and you're slowly starting to release that hold that you have. But it's like this person is also looking at you as kind of a control freak. And I mean that in the most respectful way. And this could be you or vice versa. Like you could be looking at the other person that you're dealing with as the control freak. It doesn't have to be you. But there's somebody looking at somebody and they're like, I can't work with this because, like, look at this. Like, she is kind of orchestrating everything that's going on in this little community right here. Like, and this could come from a hurt space. Like, that type of energy can come from being hurt, like wanting to make sure that everything is in place, controlling everything because you've been hurt in the past. And it actually is kind of like, okay, like this person, this Knight of Pentacles energy is just like, This is either you or the person that you're dealing with, but they're looking at it and they're observing and they're like, I have to like slowly move away from this. Now, this is either you moving away from that energy within yourself, you moving away from that energy within another person, or this is the other person moving away from that energy with the dynamic that you have. And I'm sorry to deliver that type of a message, but that's what I'm hearing. However, we do have the Wheel of Fortune here, so like fortune is on your side. So there is an energy here that is, as they move away from this type of energy, they do see the light at the end of the tunnel. They see that transformation. They see what they need to end. They see what they need to move forward from, because it's the end of a cycle of just being really stabbed in the back all the time. And I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is on your side, especially with the Santa Muerte card, where it's at with the Ten of Swords right underneath of it. It's telling me that this is the end of a very difficult backstabbing situation, and that there is going to be something new that is nourished, that is given life, that is being taken care of, that is something extremely nurturing and beautiful is going to come out of this ending. And it's like two people at the Wheel of Fortune are like fighting over the wheel. It's like, no, I'm going to turn it this way. No, I want to turn it that way. No, I want to turn it this way. No, I want to turn it that way. And it's like one of you has to work with the other in order to make it go. You could have been in this cycle with somebody for a very long time, and that's what makes it so hard. I'm hearing over 10 years. You actually have 2 10s on the board, and I saw 2 10s on the clock. So 1010 must be a big number for you guys. We have the 8 of Swords here, so it's like there's something that has felt like it was being restricted. It's like somebody's passion was being restricted, or somebody's ability to move forward was being restricted. But now it's being illuminated. It's illusionary. Like whatever was holding this person back or holding you back was an illusion, and you're realizing that, and you're looking at it, and you're like, okay, I can do this. Like, okay, I can allow this to unfold naturally. I don't have to control this. I don't have to, make sure that that everything goes my way. Like I can just let it unfold the way that it's meant to unfold. And I think that that's where this Knight of Pentacles comes in here, where it's like letting go of that need to control everything around you in the environment, and just sitting back and watching it unfold naturally, and letting go of the restriction or the illusion of a restriction so that you can have happiness. Like this is a pretty heavy ending of a cycle that somebody could have been in for a very, very long time. And this cycle has to do with being backstabbed. It has to do with people lying to them all the time. And it's up to you to make that decision to move forward. And it's like everything's waiting on you. All you have to do is release that old energy, release what doesn't serve you anymore, and call in what is meant for you. Call in those positive, happy things. And I actually, like, I'm having some issues with my throat chakra right now, because it's like there's something that you're not communicating, whether it be feelings or what's meant for you. Like there's some type of a restriction in communication, and this communication needs to be said or needs to be communicated for your own good. Like you can't, like I feel like somebody here is trying to self-sacrifice for the sake of comfort or for the sake of a relationship that they've been in for a very long time. But see, the thing is that if it doesn't fulfill your soul, if it doesn't fulfill you, I feel like it's going to, it'll be like a tower moment that'll come, where it's like you have to be truthful with yourself. You have to speak your truth. And with the Wheel of Fortune next to the Santa Muerte card and the Ten of Swords, it's like this is kind of like inevitable, and it's like it's right there. And even though it seems extremely scary to take that new start, because you know that there's something that's ending, there's a beautiful transformation that comes out of it. It's like new life can come forth into this. Like new life can be breathed into a situation for you, for your happiness, for the other person's happiness. And it's like, I'm just hearing life's too short to be miserable. That's all I'm hearing, is life is too short to be miserable. And I'm not sure what that means, but that's a message for somebody. So I'm going to pull one of these cards here. Gemini. I feel like you guys have been in a very long cycle of self-doubt as well, like doubting yourself and trying to, it's like I see somebody holding on to everything that they have in their life, like holding on to a job that they don't like, that doesn't fulfill them, holding on to friends who are toxic, holding on to family situations that are toxic, holding on to everything that is toxic, all because they know it. And it's like that fear of the unknown that's kind of kicking in. But see, that fear of the unknown is an illusion. It's not real. Like, it's very real to the person experiencing it, but the illusion is it's not real. It's fear is just, fear is fear, and you have to overcome fear. And believe me, I struggle with it just as much as the next person, so I totally understand. So you have the 3 of fire here, so that's abundance, things looking very good, having patience, and making long-term plans. And based off of this card, I see that you have a spirit guide with you. I see that there is, you might also be into like animal totems, but like your animal spirits are here, your spirit guides are here, there's transformation that's in the air. And it's like you're looking at this volcano that's just erupted. And yet you're looking at all of this lavish abundance that came out of it. And it's like having an optimistic outlook on the situation, having an optimistic feeling about the situation. We have the 8 of fire, so events moving at a very fast pace, delays are over, and many things are happening at once. So this could be, so you have 2 8s on the board as well, so 88 might be a number for you. With this, it's like, it seems very intimidating with all of these things coming at you and moving so quickly, and you might be getting intuitive downloads, you might be getting messages, you might be getting signs and synchronicities. Things might be picking up right now, and it's like that feeling of losing control, but you have to allow the situation to unfold naturally, because it's going to keep picking up. And whatever it is that you're trying to control, you don't have the control over, because it's the universe is stepping in, and they're like, here's what we're going to have to do. And then you have the King of Water, which is trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured, opening your heart and mind to those around you, trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. So I really feel the sense of giving back and getting back out there and doing what you love, doing good things for people. Maybe you used to go out and spend time with nonprofit organizations is what I'm hearing. Like maybe you used to do stuff like that, and it's telling you to get back into that work, because that type of work will help you move forward. It will do something for you to help you get through this situation. It'll do something positive for you. And being open to those around you who have your best interest in mind. Like you're surrounded, I see somebody that is surrounded by people who love them and who have their best interest in mind, but it's like they don't trust them. They don't trust anything right now because of everything that's happening. And this is like a reassurance of saying you can trust those people around you. You can trust the people who have your best interest at heart. You can trust those people who are expressing to you and who are trying to offer you advice. And I feel like there's the need to be with friends, being with people who speak your energy level, who uplift you, people who make you feel optimistic or positive about yourself. It's a need to be surrounded by that type of energy, by that type of people, during this time, because there might be an issue with expressing yourself, but being around those people will bring something out of you. It will bring that positivity out of you to make you feel comfortable. And to know that at the end of all of this, it is worth waiting for, because you have the law of attraction. You know what it is that you need to do. You just have to let go of that need to control, or that need to know, or that need to hold on to everything. That just needs to let go and let everything unfold naturally, because there's something very, very optimistic and positive at the end of what it is that you go through that's going to bring beautiful abundance and happiness. And it's just time to clear that unwanted energy away from you guys. So that's what I got for you guys, Gemini. I love you guys so much, and thank you all for the likes, shares, and subscribes, and all of your comments. Like, I have so many, I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even realize. Like, I absolutely love reading them, and it makes me so happy just to hear the response and the feedback, and I love you guys so much, and I wish all of you the best, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.